Hello again, welcome to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you here again. All summer long we've had some, well, we think some really nice hanging baskets with some beautiful flowers in, such as our begonias and petunias. But unfortunately now we're into October, they're past their best. It's time to put some new hanging baskets out with some new, lovely, fresh, vibrant flowers that are going to give us some colour through autumn, winter and into next spring. Now we're going to make some hanging baskets this morning. I'm going to give you 5 tips about how to make a really lovely, spectacular hanging basket, and also we're going to have a little bit of a competition because I'm going to make a hanging basket and Nadj is going to make a hanging basket. We want you to see which you think is the best. Anyway, starting off with my effort with my hanging basket. Now I'm going to give you 5 tips. My first tip is choose the right sort of basket to do your hanging basket. These are my 2 favourite examples here. I really like this one, but we sometimes use some of these as well. But this particular hanging basket is my favourite, I think.
Are you going to use that?
Yeah, I'm going to use this one, absolutely. You can use this one if you wish, or you can use a different type of one. And this one is really good because you've got lots of holes here where you can put plants through. And if you want to, you can take those little sort of window things, those little gates out, and gives you more room to put your plants through. So I'm going to start off with this one here. Now I'm just having a look at this because it doesn't seem to be quite right here. I've got to do a slight adjustment. Okay, I can't do the adjustment. I'm going to have to start off with it as it is, I think. Let's just go around here. Ah, that's better, that's better. I've got it actually level now. Okay, so I'm going to do this hanging basket. Now to start off with, now this is my second tip. My second tip is choose a really nice compost, a good multi-purpose compost, and put slow release fertiliser in. You should be able to see in here there's lots of little pieces of slow release fertiliser. That's a big help. So that's my second tip, good multi-purpose compost and slow release fertiliser mixed in. Now I'm going to put some compost into the bottom to begin with. Not a great deal because you can see we've got to start off with plants at that level. So I'm going to hang it up. I always find it much easier to do this if you're hanging the basket up. And you can just swing it around to put your plants in. Okay, so I'm now going to start thinking about plants. I'm going to start off obviously around the side here. Now my third tip is for the winter hanging basket, the ones around the side here, I think it looks really brilliant if you put violas in. Over here on the table, on the potting bench, we've got a lot of lovely violas. And this is one of my favourite plants for putting around the outside, the sides of the hanging basket. Sometimes we put ivies and different things, but I think this is really best. So I'm going to start off then with some violas. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to feed the violas through the holes. Now Nadj is already starting to grin because she knows that I don't find this particularly easy. And she thinks that I'm going to make a mistake and I'm going to miss some out and ruin some of the plants. But I'm going to show her that I'm going to get it right. Okay, so I'm just feeding them through these holes. That one there I didn't feed all the flowers through. That's probably why she was laughing at me. Let's go back to this one here.
You're doing well.
I'm doing well, am I? Oh, thank you. Thank you for your compliments. Yeah, I'll give you lots of compliments when you do yours as well. Yeah. Okay, so let me get a few more. I think the violas are fantastic. I'm not so keen on pansies. They don't put up with the weather as well as violas do. Because the viola flowers are small, the rain doesn't knock them about so much, and I think that they actually do very well. So that looks then as though I've done along the bottom. Yes, I have. Okay, so now I put some more compost in. And I'm going to start to go to the level above. The compost is damp. Obviously I'm going to have to water these in afterwards as well. I'm now on to the next layer. So I want some more of these lovely violas. I actually find this very enjoyable and almost sort of therapeutic. Making something really nice like a hanging basket, I reckon it's really enjoyable. It's quite a therapeutic experience.
It gives you joy.
It gives you joy, yeah. Yeah, well, that's why we do it, isn't it? Because it gives us joy. It gives you joy and it gives me joy as well. Working in the garden. Yeah, okay, I know. Making these things, yeah. So let's go on to the next one here.
Lovely colours, really.
They are beautiful colours, aren't they? That's why I chose them. It'll be interesting to see what colours you choose when you do yours.
They're all the same.
Are they all the same? No, I've actually got some different.
Really?
Yeah, I can offer you a wide choice if you wish. Okay, so that's... Oh no, I've still got one to do there, haven't I?
Two, yeah.
You didn't tell me.
I couldn't see.
You couldn't see.
One more.
It'll be interesting to see whether Nadj does it this way, because you actually have to look down into the basket sometimes. And Nadj may need a step ladder or something to get on in order to look down into the basket. So it should be good fun. Okay, so done 2 levels. I'm pleased with that. Let's put some more compost in.
Then you will do the top.
And then I will go on to the top, won't I? Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a nice basket. Mine doesn't have any.
Well, you can have a basket exactly the same as mine if you wish. It's up to you. You're not going to have any excuses. You can have exactly the same as me, if you wish, or if you want a different one, okay. Okay, generally speaking, I'm fairly pleased with that. I think that should be just about right. Now, so we're going to go on now to planting in the top. Now, my next tip, my sort of third tip for creating a spectacular hanging basket is you need something in the middle, a sort of centerpiece in the middle there. Something to be quite sort of spectacular and big in the middle of the hanging basket. So we got a few choices, haven't we, about what we can use. I know what you're going to use because you put yours by already. I think I am going to put a heather in the middle there.
Don't get mine.
No, I'm not get yours. I mean, I got choices. I mean, we could go for a cyclamen. Something like that. I mean, cyclamen looks nice. We could go for an ajuga. That would look nice when it starts growing. But I think I'm actually going to put a heather in.
That's lovely.
Now, as you've got my favourite heather, I think I'm going to have to put that one in, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put that heather in. Let's take the pot off. Let's just see whether we can put that heather into place. Does that look nice?
Lovely. Beautiful.
I need a little bit more compost around the outside of it. Quite pleased with that, I think. I still need a little bit more compost. Just bring the level up slightly. I think, generally speaking, that's starting to look quite nice. Okay, so now we're going to go on to putting some more plants in around the outside. Now, what are we going to put around the outside? Now, my sort of fourth tip here, what I love to put in the top of the hanging baskets are things like polyanthus and bellis and primroses, flowers such as that, what I would call sort of classic winter into spring flowers. So I'm probably going to put a combination, I think, of the bellis and the wallflowers in around the top there. I might possibly put some things in between as well, but I think I'm going to go for something like that. So my sort of fourth tip is, in the top of the basket, things like polyanthus, primroses and bellis. And my fifth tip would be, don't spread them out, put them close together. You want a nice sort of spectacular show. If you just put 1 or 2 little flowers around the outside, it's not going to look good. You need to have a sort of spectacular effect. And so you want to try and put quite a few there. So let's put in fact, I think I'm just going to put a bellis to begin with. I think I'm going to start off putting 4 bellis in equally spaced out. Then I'm going to fill in between with the polyanthus. So I'm going to put a bellis over on this side. I'm going to put a bellis round here. Can you remember what colour the bellis flowers are?
They have different colors, like white, green.
Yeah, they do actually. Yeah, they have lots of lovely colours. They're like sort of daisies, aren't they? Daisy-like flowers. Okay, so those should look really good. So now I'm going to fill in between, and I think, what am I going to put 2 in between each of those? I think I'm going to have to put 2 in between each one of those. Okay then, so that's my hanging basket. So I've got the violas around the bottom, around the side and everything. I've got the spectacular centerpiece, that lovely heather, which should be like that for months and months and months. Then I've got the lovely flowering bellis and a polyanthus there. They're going to produce some beautiful flowers, particularly next springtime, I would have thought. Now I might possibly, I don't know, I'm just sort of debating whether I want to try and feed a few there, but I don't think I've actually got the room. But it's possible I might try and put a few violas just in between those later on. But I have filled it pretty full, and I don't think I've got room for anything else at the moment. Okay then, so that's my basket. Mine is completed. We're going to have a short break now, and then Nadj is going to show you her beautiful basket.
I'm ready for the challenge.
Okay, so this is the second part of our video, where Nadj is doing her hanging basket. This is the challenge. She is sure that she can do a better hanging basket than me. And so we're going to see if she can. She's starting off the same way that I did, with violas along the bottom.
Yeah.
Is your colour scheme a bit different to mine?
Yes, of course. But I will start with this color, yellow and purple.
Okay. So your violas along the bottom will be the same as mine, but then you've got different ideas for the next ones. Okay. Now this is what I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're going to do on top. Because you've got a choice of lots of different flowers. Oh, you're actually going to go for...
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. I didn't think you were going to put a heather in the middle.
I'll put
Okay.
in the middle and I'll put differently.
Right, okay.
I want the heather in the middle because...
What are you doing? It's alright.
No, cut it.
No, it's entertaining.
I don't know what to do.
I like it when you tread on something.
I'm gonna fall. Oh my goodness. Oh!
Now this is very good. Now the basket is falling apart. This is very entertaining. I don't think you know your own strength.
What happened here? I think you sabotaged me.
Me, I wouldn't sabotage you.
I couldn't fix it.
Okay, so we've come back now Nadj has mended her hanging basket.
Sabotage mo.
I didn't sabotage your hanging basket, I'm afraid. You're so strong, you put too much pressure on it, I think.
Maybe. Oh, heather first.
So that is your beautiful heather in the middle then.
Yep. And now we'll put some pansies.
Right, okay. So now you're doing something completely different to me. You're going to put some pansies around there.
Viola. Where's the wallflower? Oh, I can put this cyclamen though.
The cyclamen are beautiful. This will be very interesting to see what sort of combination you're going to put.
Let's have a look.
So what's going to come next then, I wonder?
I
don't think you're sure what you're going to
I will
put
put
in.
this first on the side.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I'll give some more space. That's it, different color. I'll just put some compost later on. I want to put some, I want 4.
Okay, so you're going to put 4 pansies in to begin with. A little bit like how I did it with the bellis. Yes, I see, yep. So we finished our 2 hanging baskets then. We're quite pleased. Nadj is going to show you hers.
That's mine, beautiful, with violas, cyclamen,
And now she's going to show you mine.
that's pose.
Yes, okay. We're both pleased with our hanging baskets. If you would like to comment over which hanging basket you think is best, or whether you think that it's a sort of dead heat and that they're both very beautiful, it's entirely up to you.
Yes.
But certainly if Nadj wins, I will give her a prize. And if I win, Nadj is going to give me a prize. Thank you ever so much for watching our video. We hope you've enjoyed it and found it entertaining, particularly when Nadj's basket broke. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Please like and subscribe.